Hi, so it's Stephanie, your electronic health record trainer, and I just wanted to clarify and give you some updated information in regard to our telehealth requirements. I know that there have been a lot of things that have kind of changed and moved around since we have started this whole telehealth process. And I just want to make sure that everyone understands kind of the most updated situation about what to do when you're doing your progress notes or when you're doing your forms in Profiler. And we're doing them a little bit differently and not providing them face to face. Okay. So, what do I mean? Well, typically, when we see clients, we're seeing them face to face, right? Pre pandemic. But as you know, right now we're doing a lot of things over the phone and a lot of things through some sort of virtual format that we would normally do in person, but can't for a variety of health reasons. So, one thing that would make it easy for you to remember is if your delivery method is COVID-19 face to face by telehealth or telephone because you're doing something over the phone or through some sort of FaceTime situation, right? With the client that you would normally do face to face, you're going to put the place of service as to where the client is. Okay. This is different than what we were doing pre-pandemic and even probably what we were doing at the beginning of the pandemic, because we know this stuff has evolved as it's gone on. So normally when I would do a telephone call with a client prior to the pandemic, I would put telephone call, I'm at the CSB site. But now we want to put the place of service as to where the client is, not necessarily where we are. Okay. So, quick reference, if your delivery method is telephone or COVID-19 face-to-face by telehealth, your place of service is going to be where the individual is. If the person is on site at the CSB and they're in another room and you're doing a virtual thing, you would still pick CSB site because that's where the client is. But if they're at home or in the community, you're going to put those choices. That way, we just have a clear indication of where the person was when we were providing services. Okay. Another piece to this is your progress note. I think most people are doing this. I think this is probably just going to be a refresher for you, but we have modified almost every template for a majority of programs, including your DAP notes, your face-to-face notes. But please be mindful that when you are doing a service, and I'm going to select case management COVID-19 face-to-face note as my example, we have required language at the top that indicates that we were providing these services remotely and why. Okay, because 3 years from now, we want to be able to show which stuff was provided during the pandemic and why they were done virtually. Okay, so just make sure when you are indicating that you're doing a telehealth service or something that we would normally provide face-to-face, but we can't right now, that you are selecting the templates that have this COVID-19 language at the top, and please don't erase it, leave it there because it is a requirement that we need to make sure that we are in compliance with all the different regulations about telehealth services. Okay. If you have any questions about that, please reach out to me. Actually, I'll go ahead and save this note because there is one other thing that I want to speak to while we're doing telehealth, and that is things that you need to get signed, okay, that you would normally get signed with a signature pad, right, with the person because they're able to sit next to you. Okay, we know that that is not really the case right now, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the front of Tina's plan. If I'm doing a release or any other form or document that needs a signature on it, quarterly, treatment plan, etc., okay, you want to make sure, and I'll pop open this release for the dentist, that you have in the notes box connected to your release or your document what form of consent that you got. Okay, so this is where please indicate got verbal consent from Tina on this date. You could also say, and mailed a copy for physical signature. Okay, whatever the case is, why there's not a signature on that form, please indicate it in the notes box. That way, if we're auditing charts or we get audited from an outside source and we pull up something that doesn't have a signature on it, we can very quickly see what happened. Oh, they mailed a copy. We got it back and it's in the attachments. So you can even say, see attachments on here. Or verbal consent obtained if that's the only kind of consent you were able to get. Okay. Additionally, if you have a signature pad, the very best practice, I'm going to hit open so you can see that here, is that down here on the client line, you could hit e-sign, and with your signature pad, you could say verbal consent obtained right here on this line. Okay, that way it is 100% clear what happened. I can look at the form, I can look at the notes box, all of it lines up together. Okay. Now, I know that not everybody has a signature pad. If you don't have one, just make sure you indicate that in the notes box. And again, I could print this out, I can mail it to the person, and then I've at least kind of done multiple avenues to try to get this form signed by the person. Okay. So this notes box, super valuable, especially right now during the pandemic. Okay. Another thing that you want to do is, and most of you are probably doing this, if I am doing my telehealth update, my annual update, through telehealth with Tina today. When I do my progress note, I also want to indicate in that progress note, got verbal consent on releases and mailed. Okay, so this notes box is great, but if you also put that information in your progress note, you have more than covered your attempts to get signatures, and everything lines up together. And when everything lines up, it is just a beautiful thing. It's so much easier when we get audited or have to review anything or trying to look for stuff that you did. Okay, so we know that you're doing the work. We just want to make sure we document it, right? Because what's the age-old thing? If you didn't document it, it didn't happen. So if you got verbal consent or mailed copies of forms to an individual, please give yourself credit for that and indicate it on the notes box as well as in your progress note, just to cover all of your bases. That's pretty much it for your telehealth update. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can also reach out to Michelle Davis in compliance. If you also have a question that maybe we didn't even consider, that would be super valuable for us to know, because then I'm sure if you have the question, other people have the question. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Hope this was helpful information for you, and I hope you stay safe and have a great day. Thank you.